plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because a promise means nothing unless you back it up. Nothing stops America. Nothing stops Ram. No, no, no. Why do you hate your phone so much?
When you need service, that's always a step ahead. Thought you might need this.
How did you know?
It matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Will you borrow your phone? Wow.
Because do it yourself
Doesn't have to mean
all by yourself.
What are you working on?
A child could change the fate of the galaxy.
Is he ready?
He will be.
When under siege, a new hero
Good job, baby.
will rise.
The Mandalorian will die tomorrow.
Go, now. I'll hold them off.
Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu, rated PG-13, now playing in theaters.
Does anyone else hear that?
Hear what?
That's the best compliment I've ever gotten.
I'm gonna cry for the first time in my entire life.
I give you all A pluses. A plus.
What an astute observation.
I'm just getting to the good part. Be calm, Mr. Johnson. You're gonna freak kids out.
As WWE makes history this weekend with its first ever premium live event from Italy, we honor an Italian icon, a man whose strength and spirit built the foundation of WWE. Born in Pizzoferrato, Italy in 1935, Bruno's first fights were not inside a ring. During World War II, his family hid in the mountains to escape Nazi forces.
To survive, my mom would
YouTube, one with eggs. They've been doing a live stream for a pay-per-view.
2 days, and she would take as much as she could, potatoes or wheat. I credit my mom for having kept me alive. And my biggest ambition was that I wanted my mom to be so proud.
After the war, Bruno came to America, settled in Pittsburgh, rebuilding himself from a frail survivor into one of the strongest men in the world.
Within 8 years, by 1958, I was 275 pounds. I set a world record. I did 565 pounds on a bench.
Once Vince McMahon Sr. saw Bruno's potential, a legendary career was set in motion. On May 17th, 1963, in Madison Square Garden, Bruno defeated Nature Boy Buddy Rogers in 48 seconds to become WWE champion. He reigned for 2,803 days, the longest world title reign in WWE history, carrying the championship and the hopes of the people.
Bruno Sammartino was the greatest champion in the history of sports entertainment.
I always wanted to be like Bruno Sammartino. The impression that he had on me, that's the way he carried himself as a man.
In 2013, Bruno returned home to WWE, taking his rightful place in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Please welcome the great Bruno Sammartino. Is there any bigger symbol of the American dream than Bruno Sammartino? I don't think so.
The living legend, Bruno Sammartino, forever one of the greatest of all time.
Well said by Michael Cole. And listen, I don't care if you're a musician, I don't care if you're an athlete, selling out Madison Square Garden, all-time consecutive sellout record speaks volumes. And when people have the Mount Rushmore conversation, this is where I struggle with recency bias. Because Bruno Sammartino, for so many that truly know the scope of this industry over decades, it's a no-brainer for them.
Yeah, and if you're of any different background, you have a family member, a grandparent who grew up watching Bruno Sammartino. That was my grandfather. That was your family, Joe. That's an absolute icon.
Let's check in with Kathy Kelly backstage here in Curry.
I am here with Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque, and it is great to be back overseas. I feel like every time we come here, they have the most passionate fans, an absolutely stacked card tonight, from Tribal Combat to multiple championships being on the line. What do you think this says about the state of WWE right now?
I think it says it's firing on all cylinders. You know,
You look at this card tonight, it is a WrestleMania-worthy card. Tribal combat, Roman and Jacob, Brock Lesnar coming out of what seemed like his retirement to go in what could be the biggest rematch of all time, as Paul Heyman said, against Obafemi. Saul and Becky. This card is across, from top to bottom, stacked. Cody Gunther, Rhea and Jay. It's just huge.
Yeah. And as you know, I feel like some of the biggest moments come from those matches that have unpredictable outcomes. You don't know who the winner is going to be. And I feel like all 5 of those matches tonight have the possibility of that. So which one do you think has the greatest potential of changing the landscape of WWE?
Well, that's interesting. I think if Jacob Fatu goes over in tribal combat, if he wins tribal combat, just by the nature of that, Roman Reigns having to acknowledge Jacob Fatu, the Usos having to acknowledge Jacob Fatu as sort of the leader and the person that they're running behind with the chaos that he believes in, it changes the entire landscape of WWE. Then again, Gunther becoming WWE champion against Cody Rhodes, which, if you look at his track record recently, you know, John Cena, AJ Styles, you know, Goldberg, all of those retirements, he could be the favorite going into this. So all those moments, I think top to bottom have an opportunity tonight to change the landscape of WWE as we know it.
Imagine seeing the ones for Jacob.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Jacob will use the same finger. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, again, that changes the landscape because the mentality is completely different. Roman Reigns is a measured, sort of smart, you know, calculating champion. Jacob would not be quite so much. Jacob, I think, would run head first into most obstacles, but with an army behind him, that's an interesting concept.
Well, very excited for tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you very much.
And of course, everybody here very appreciative of the work that Triple H has done to put together this masterpiece of a card. This was Roman Reigns locking in moments ago, focusing in on what could be really a signature moment in his career, in a career that has so many high water marks. But then you consider that this is family. This isn't just the World Heavyweight Championship. This is tribal combat, to be the tribal chief, the head of the family that they take such pride in as he goes up against his cousin. Which leads me, Biggie, to this conversation. He was recently quoted as saying, "Little cousin and our family, we're the same blood. But in that reign, we are not."
Look, Roman's career here in WWE kind of backs that up. When you look at their ability, I would say that that's a bit of a farce. But Roman has really built a legacy that is untouchable here in WWE. And Jacob Fatu is trying to take that. He's trying to take everything that Roman has built. What I find interesting, too, is that shot of Roman. We don't see a contemplative Roman Reigns that often. We really see someone with a lot of braggadocio. It's fascinating. I think he understands the weight and the gravity of this one.
I agree with you, and as much as I agree with your sentiment, E, that Roman Reigns absolutely is on a different level and kind of justified to say that to almost anyone, save Jacob Fatu. It doesn't change the fact that you and I were on a very contentious post-show after Backlash because Roman Reigns needed some underhanded methods to get past Jacob Fatu the first time. We can't forget he uncovered that turnbuckle, Joe Tess.
Yeah, that was May 9th at Backlash when Roman Reigns was able to defeat Jacob Fatu. But we know what happened afterwards. The attacks, the relentless attacks, and utilizing the Tongan Death Grip and their family, the arsenal of weapons that so many in the Anoa'i family, the Samoans, carry. The Tongan Death Grip elevates things to a whole different level.
Well, Haku is one of the most feared superstars in the history of our industry, and that was a weapon that he utilized throughout his career. The fact that Jacob Fatu is taking that off the shelf, dusting it off and saying, I'm going to use this, not just against anyone here in WWE, but against my own family, against the breadwinner. The man who's probably responsible for Jacob being here tells you a lot.
But maybe, just maybe, the fact that Roman has now felt it a couple of times gives him a different level of confidence going into this match.
knowing that at least he survived it and lived to see another day. We are only 20 minutes away now to the beginning of Clash in Italy. Thousands and thousands outside this arena have now come inside as amidst this European tour. It's an outrageous scene, and we have much more to come here as we push towards the Clash in Italy, the countdown, including the latest backstage right now on Gunther and Cody as they prepare at the top of the hour to fight for the Undisputed Championship. And then they're calling it the greatest rematch of all time. Listen to the reaction that gets here in Italy. Much more to come. Clash in Italy coming your way, top of the hour, right here on ESPN. Don't go anywhere.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the team. Today, that same unstoppable spirit drives Ram. Now, with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. So let's set financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because a promise means nothing unless you back it up. Nothing stops America. Nothing stops Ram.
Behind every DIY
There's more help than you think.
Sometimes help is delivered.
Sometimes it's just a tap away. Because do it yourself
Doesn't have to mean.
all by yourself.
What are you working on?
This is what you get with cubic zirconia status.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you get with Hilton Honors Diamond status.
They upgraded us last week.
We got our own room. Our own beds. Hilton Honors, baby.
When your upgrade is confirmed ahead of time, but sleeping arrangements are not. It matters where you stay. Hilton. For the stay.
Yes, maybe tennis has ever seen that pedigree in.
That was something that no one had ever seen before. Ever.
G-League Winter Showcase in Orlando. Stay tuned for the second half coming up after this.
Kicks it out top and has to put it up. He does. And it's a three. Only two. Here comes Rush. He's going to get it. The singing, the chants. With just 15 minutes to go, they are already roaring with excitement here in Turin, Italy. We are closing in on the Clash in Italy, and there is such buzz for what everybody is calling the greatest rematch in history. The two giants, the monsters, the behemoths of Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar after Lesnar's shocking return after seemingly being retired.
At the showcase of the immortals, the heavens opened. The earth shook. And the impossible became prophecy. As the ruler ascended the mountaintop, and an age of conquest faded into legend. With the beast cast down, the bringer of war summoned all who dared challenge his throne.
Obafemi, open challenge! Commence!
They answered his call and found only ruin. His rule merely absolute, but all were deceived. Titans do not fade quietly. They wait. They watch.
It's not going to end that way.
And so, the die is cast.
Last time, I was fighting to beat him. This time, I'm fighting to kill him.
Fate draws its line in the sand.
I am going to rule over them.
In the land where gladiators battle, the vendetta begins.
It'll be fascinating to see what we are discussing on the Clash in Italy post-show as to the outcome of that match. By the way, I want to mention this on the post-show coming up later tonight, right here on ESPN, streaming on the app. We will reveal the brackets for the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments. That reveal of the brackets happens tonight on the post-show from right here in Italy. Of course, the winners there will have title matches at SummerSlam, 2 nights at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota, and tickets are available for that right now. All right, let's get into what we just heard between Obafemi and Brock Lesnar. Oba saying the last time I was fighting to beat him. Big E saying this time I'm fighting to kill him.
Those words stuck with me.
You don't hear them every day.
You don't hear them often. That's a level of intensity from Obafemi. A relative newcomer on the main roster to not wilt under the pressure of Brock Lesnar. Imagine if this man is able to retire Brock Lesnar, even briefly, to have Brock come back. What does it mean if Obafemi does it again here tonight?
Clearly, if Obafemi were able to knock off Brock Lesnar for a second straight time, it seems like the only path is onto World Championship.
Right away.
There's nowhere else to go. And then the fascinating part about this is, of course, Brock Lesnar. I believed it was over. And for some reason...
The whole world did.
No, I know, but think about it in retrospect. Why? Because Paul Heyman shed tears? The ultimate Joker. The guy who can always play that wild card, and you know he's capable of it, but we fell for it hook, line, and sinker because the moment felt so big at WrestleMania.
But here's the thing. I don't think it was some ruse or something.
I agree. I don't think he fell for anything. I think it's just what happened in recent weeks.
Absolutely. Brock talked about it in the moment of feeling like it was time to wrap it up, but then going home, having some time to process and understand, I can't go out like this. Man, this is, Obafemi has never had a test like this. I know the match at WrestleMania was big for him, but things have been easy for Oba so far. And I think even when you're standing against the toughest of challenges, when things are easy, you feel like it's all great. You don't have to put that extra work in. Now we're going to have to see, how does Oba collect himself? How does he re-strategize? And how does he do it again?
And Tess, could anything be harder in this business than beating Brock Lesnar twice in a row?
He did it in 4 minutes and 46 seconds at WrestleMania 42 against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, who generationally is viewed as the best combat sport when you think of NCAA Championship Wrestling, when you think of UFC Heavyweight Championship. and WWE rolled into one. There is nobody who compares generationally in combat sports to Brock Lesnar. He did it in 4 minutes and 46 seconds in Vegas.
Look, I've been a big Obafemi fan for a while, but I did not expect it to go down like that. If he could replicate that performance here tonight, he automatically, like you said, I think he goes straight to the World Championship.
How much does the 4 F5s the other day play a role there mentally?
I think absolutely that has to be in Obafemi's head tonight. He has now felt exactly what Brock Lesnar is capable of.
Listen to this place. Look around this place. We are here in Torino, Italy, and they are roaring because now we are under 10 minutes away to one of the most anticipated global events that WWE has ever hosted. And it will begin right here on ESPN with the undisputed WWE Championship. And Cody Rhodes is going to wear the same exact gold mask out for his ring entrance that he wore at WrestleMania because he says, I want the battle scars of what he had to endure there. He's got guerra as the caption, Italian word for war. It is coming up against Gunther in moments. Cody Rhodes against Gunther. And there is the challenger. And it's not just any challenger. It's a 2-time world heavyweight champion. It is Gunther, the career killer. Kathy.
I mean, you said it best. He is not just any challenger. Gunther is approaching this undisputed championship opportunity with complete conviction. Last night, he went hard on Cody Rhodes on SmackDown, saying that he is not the self-made hero that he proclaims to be, but rather his entire career has been one phone call away from success. You know, it's getting loud in here, but last night Gunther also said that his entire career has been based off of hard work and discipline, while Cody's has been a path just paved with privilege. We will see who comes out on top, but let's send it back to the camera.
Kathy, I don't know how you're even hearing yourself speak here with this crowd here in Italy. You're used to hearing this when it comes to like World Cup soccer or Euro Cup with these Italian fans. But this has now been constant. The way they react to this brand and this product as they are giving a standing ovation for the local Italian broadcasters who are making their way to the ring. They are so excited to host this mega event here in Torino. All right, let's get to Cody Rhodes and Gunther now, Big E, and the strategy that takes place. Cody looked Gunther in the face when we were in Barcelona 2 nights ago, and perhaps it's the first salvo of a mental shot, but he said, you're just not that good.
I don't know if Cody believes that. I don't know if anyone in this building believes that. And look, all due respect to Deontay Wilder, but when I see that mask, he better not pull any shenanigans talking about the mask being the reason that I was weighed down. He has a very stiff test in Gunther here tonight.
Let's get an update right before this championship match. Here's Byron Saxton. Sax.
Hey guys, listen, we can't guarantee what's going to happen between Cody Rhodes and Gunther tonight, but we can make one safe assumption pre-match, and that's when Cody Rhodes stands in the middle of that ring, he's most likely going to get serenaded by this crowd here in Turin. I can also safely assume right now, because I saw with my own eyes, that right now Cody Rhodes is warming up backstage, going through his last-minute bodyweight squats, getting ready for this match, and it was during that warm-up that I approached him about 15 minutes ago, and I said, Cody, how are you feeling tonight? He looked at me, gave me a half smile, and said, I'm ready to go.
And keep in mind, it was only last month that he was ready to go and sustained serious orbital damage. There he is. There is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Keep in mind, Peter, the last time Cody Rhodes came to Europe to fight a major championship match, he lost.
That is on his mind, Joe. I promise you that. And also this, the fact that everybody's talking about Oba Brock. People are excited about Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Cody Rhodes is QB1. He believes everyone should be talking about Cody's match every single time. He's constantly with a chip on his shoulder, and that's why he's one of the best.
Want to remind you, you can stay on ESPN to watch the first hour. The whole day is going to be streaming on the ESPN app. We strongly encourage you to go to the ESPN app, and then we'll have the post-show throughout. It is the undisputed WWE Championship just now 1 minute away. The setting is unique. We're here in Italy, in a city known for its royalty, known for its refinement, its art, its culture. And yet, this is a wrestling fan's wrestling card. A perfect fit. Don't let the Dolce Vita fool you.
This is passion. This is joy here in Italy. Today they get just that. It is Clash in Italy, and it comes your way
You get
from
4:30.
Torino
Come on.
right now.
It's over at.
Battered, half conscious, bloodied,
Geez.
I still made the decision to walk up the long ramp at Allegiant Stadium because I feel it's the job of the WWE champion to show up, to be available. I always get back up.
What? Gunther! What's on? And attacks with the sleeper again.
Gunther has a new target, and it's the WWE Champ. The fight with Gunther will be at Clash in Italy.
You'll have to get his signature all by yourself.
Gunther, please come to this ring, sign this contract so that you're guaranteed to get your ass kicked at Clash in Italy.
You're the perfect symbol of the crumbling American dream. Egotism, narcissism, nepotism makes you a little entitled brat.
I'm going to tell you something, and it's simple. We're just not that good.
I promised Bill Goldberg that I would choke him out, and I did. I promised AJ Styles that I would choke him out, and I did. And I promised John Cena that I would make him tap out, and I did. Now, I'm promising you, I'm gonna choke you out. I'm gonna drop you. I'm gonna take this precious prize with me.
Dead.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. Cody Rhodes retains the title.
Together.
This is the cradle of Italian liberty. Beautiful scenic turret known as Torino to the locals. And tonight, Italy's fourth largest city is set for a banger WWE style. Turn is located in northwest Italy in the shadow of the majestic Swiss Alps and is the capital of the Piedmont region. And tonight we are in the Santa Arena district at the Alpi Arena, which was built for ice hockey for the 2006 Winter Olympics. And tonight hosts Clash in Italy. And the stars are out tonight, including the world champion, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, who puts his belt and the OTC title on the line in no holds barred tribal compact against his out-of-control cousin, the fiery Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Who will be champion? Who will acknowledge the tribal chief? And there is Sol Ruka, the upstart, hopes to win her first major championship here tonight. But in order to do that, she has to knock off the controversial and outspoken current Intercontinental Champion. Becky Lynch looks to bring Sol Ruka to the big time tonight. Rhea Ripley defends her WWE Women's Championship in a WrestleMania rematch against the former champion because a storm has come to Italy. Jade Cargill wants her title back tonight. The ruler Oma Femi says at WrestleMania he beat Brock Lesnar, but tonight in Italy he will kill the beast. Cargill will make it 2 in a row against this man. Brock Lesnar, who puts retirement on hold as he seeks revenge on the man who beat him at WrestleMania. And now, Riyadh Season presents Clash in Italy as we welcome you to the first ever WWE Premium Live event in this country. live on ESPN and Netflix. This is Clash in Italy.
And I'm ready.
This city, born from history, has played host to the bull.
Jacob. Oh, two. Loaded. Hey.
And today, for the first time ever, this stage is ours.
This is an historic moment. Oh my God! What the hell? It's the Beast! It's the universe on this device! And they're greatly exaggerated!
Oh.
In this screen, Jacob, defeat me.
Come back! I will happily beat you again.
This will be my title.
Not only will I kick your ass, I'll snatch your soul.
Here we go! Soul Snatcher! I don't sweat you! Come and get it! This is what we call the Beast! The biggest rematch in history!
Today, we share a stage in a country where masterpieces are made. Today, we clash in Italy.
You are looking live in the sold-out Adelphi Arena in Turin, Italy. Over 12,000 WWE fans are expected for Clash in Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, the ring general, the career killer Gunther, who was revered throughout Europe from his time on the independent scene to his rise in the WWE. His first recorded match in Bern in nearby Switzerland over 2 decades ago. And tonight, for the first time in his career, battles for the undisputed WWE Championship. Gunther, of course, from Austria, a country bordering Italy. As we welcome you to ringside here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Cole, Corey Graves. Corey, what an electric atmosphere.
You can say that again. I had the pleasure of calling AAA last night, Monterrey, Mexico, one of the loudest crowds I've ever experienced. Sounds to me like Italy got the memo. They're going to give Mexico a run for their money.
Well, these fans are starved. This is the first ever premium live event in the history of Italy. And if you're watching at home here in Italia, you are watching for the very first time a PLE in Italy live on Netflix. Our Italian commentators joining us here tonight. Luca Franchini, Michela Posa. Hi, guys.
Ciao! L'Italia non solo si testa, ma ha anche imparato a scrivere. Oggi colpisce la storia! Siamo davvero incredibilmente felici di essere qui a bordo ring. Sogno bocca aperti!
Ciao!
That's pretty good, Cole. We're going to get you a Vespa next.
Wrestling makes me look more loyal fan.
I don't think Gunther cares.
Cody Rhodes versus Gunther is brought to you by Scary Movie. Every line will be crossed. Don't miss it. Only in theaters this Friday. Get your tickets now. And now let's head up to our ring announcer, the great Alicia Taylor.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And is for the undisputed WWE Championship!
Maybe that ring announcement was working. No, I couldn't even get my hand around it. Man.
From Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, the ring general, Gunther! And his opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
QB1, Cody Rhodes of WWE told Corey and I earlier today that he wasn't sure what the atmosphere was going to be like tonight. Was he walking in to an away game or a home game here tonight?
Judging by the response by the crowd here in Italy, this is home territory, home turf for QB1. Italy firmly behind the American Nightmare.
For the first time ever, a world championship defended on TV here in Italy. The bell rings and we are underway. This is the second time these two have gone one-on-one in their career. Back in November of 2024, Cody Rhodes defeating Gunther in Saudi Arabia to win the Crown Jewel Championship. Does that come into play tonight?
I don't believe it will since the bell has rung. I believe in the lead up to this match, Gunther thought about it. Gunther has obsessed about it. It was a blemish on an otherwise nearly perfect record for the ring general. Gunther wants to avenge that tonight and take Cody's gold in the process.
And Cody Rhodes offering a clean break into a somersault. And our official in this championship match is Dan Engler tonight. For Gunther, how do you win the title from Cody Rhodes?
Patience. Nobody feeds off of the WWE crowd quite like Cody Rhodes does. If Gunther can wait out the American Nightmare, hope for Cody to make a mistake, even the tiniest of errors, Gunther can and will capitalize on.
That's a cool attire, Cody. Sweet attire, Cody. That's sweet. What I care. I sweet that girl. Very cool beer, Cody.
This is a grudge
I
match
sweet
tonight.
that
Not
girl.
only to win by
Cool.
Cody a crown jewel, but the fact that over
Sweet
2
beer,
Royal
Cody.
Rumbles, Gunther was eliminated by Cody Rhodes back in 2023 and 2024 as Cody would go on to win that event. Now, if you're Cody Rhodes, how do you beat Gunther tonight? Cody's had a lot on his mind as of late as it comes to his, I guess, former friend now, Sami Zayn.
Oh.
I believe Cody needs to show Gunther something entirely different. And if Cody has made the mistake of allowing Sami Zayn
Oh.
this may be his last night as undisputed WWE champion. Cody needs to focus on one thing and one thing alone, the ring general.
And Cody dropped down, kicked the midsection. And there is that pop-up right hand by Cody Rhodes off the second one.
Oh.
Ran into a big shot. And that
Yeah.
perfectly.
Oh.
An in-ring IQ as Gunther. Gunther studies film. Gunther remembers what he experiences inside of the ropes. He is maybe the most
Jeez.
athlete
Right.
in WWE.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes
Rhodes in his first title defense since winning the championship in WrestleMania. And look at Gunther.
Oh!
To the cover now by Gunther. Kick out by Rhodes. Now you noticed in the entrance, Cody was
One.
that mask. The left eye was ripped out. That was to remind everyone of what Randy Orton did to Cody Rhodes after the WrestleMania matchup, and the punch to the face injuring Cody's eye.
Something inside the American Nightmare
Rollins,
changed that night. It was
Gunther,
by Randy
Cody,
Orton, but Cody Rhodes will tell you himself.
Obafemi.
Something inside snapped. Something broke. Something changed
One of
completely.
his favorite male wrestlers. Female, biblically. EO.
Career killer Gunther, who has ended the careers of AJ Styles and the great
Chelsea Green.
over the past year, looks to take out Rhodes tonight.
Cody Rhodes has been very open that he aims to following the quote-unquote John Cena blueprint here in WWE. I don't think Cody intends to follow the finale of Cena's career. Gunther putting to the sleeper hold. Rhodes able to shrug it off.
And Gunther, and Cody Rhodes knocked down. You know, I mentioned earlier, first time in a televised event in Italy that the WWE Championship has been defended. Also tonight, the first time on ESPN that the title's been up for grabs.
But just as Cody Rhodes was able to escape the clutches of the ring general, Gunther connects with a massive boot right to the jaw of the champion.
It is appropriate that these two men are the last King of the Ring tournament winners. 2024 Gunther, Cody Rhodes last year, King of the Ring tournament, and the Queen of the Ring tournament start tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw here live. In time as Gunther delivers a shoulder tackle to Rhodes, he continues to work on the midsection, the arm of Cody.
What you'll never see out of Gunther in the midst of a match is the ring general being shaken. He is calculated, borderline emotionless. Gunther is a professional wrestling machine.
You know, they talked about it on the Countdown show, the fact that last time Cody defended a title here in Europe, he lost to McIntyre earlier this year. Cody Rhodes wants to make sure that history does not repeat itself tonight.
Gunther staggered for the moment, up and over goes the American Nightmare.
The power slam by Cody.
This place is rocking.
Cody with a quick chance to the ring general.
Just like Daddy used to do.
The old bionic elbow from Cody to Gunther. Now looking to lock him up. Face first. Pedigree. Off the pedigree. Rhodes and a kick out by Gunther. And again, Cody Rhodes going to pull out all the tricks as he makes it.
Cody understands the task at hand. Cody understands the assignment. He knows full well how lethal Gunther is capable of being.
I signed him out.
Gunther.
Hey, Fighty, what's up, dude? What's going on, bro?
Two in his career.
I just haven't signed somebody out of my Twitch. They're just spamming title slots like 5 fucking times. Guys, if you're gonna come in here and ask me to show you the show, I can't do that. Oh, damn. I'll be more than willing to shower you throughout the show. That's somebody's live watching. Oh,
but that's what Cody's got to do.
That's true.
No doubt about it.
And yes, I'm using a headset just to improve the audio.
Center of the ring, stack the shoulders with the Nightmare with a little.
How's everybody doing? You know, how's everybody's week been?
Well, the 12,000 tonight sold out here in Turin.
Yeah, Gunther was the one that bailed out. We had a show. He was the one. That's actually true.
Springboard off the second rope. And a disaster kick by Rhodes. And Cody now from behind.
Yeah, so if you want me to tell you, I mean, they're gonna come here with no profile picture and spam the chat to let us watch, you know, the pay-per-view. If you want my channel to get demonetized or fucking banned, you know, good for you, but so.
After landing his
yeah, they're best friends, Ludwig and Gunther, for sure.
Check out.
Hey man, Gunther's a real one though, for bailing out
And Rhodes was fully aware of the
But in
work
reality, I think he was defending himself,
We're
but you
so
know,
glad that you
stuff
took
can
the
happen.
opportunity to join us this afternoon in the States, the late morning on the West Coast.
Yeah, man. I never had it on YouTube, but I've had it on Twitch a couple times, and I've had it.
Championship kicking off the show tonight.
I've had it sometimes that happened. Oh, shit.
To the sleeper.
Cody got caught. Cody
Domination. But again,
that's flashy.
and this is when
Now
Cody
he's
has
back
to
in his
avoid.
fucking
Rhodes
jump.
is trapped.
Damn
We
it.
saw Cody utilize the reversal moments ago. That was how he defeated Gunther in the King of the Ring final. Ask Styles about this. Ask Cena about this. Gunther now with a sleeper locked in.
That's crazy.
The American Nightmare.
I don't do TikTok lives. I think they're kind of like pointless. I support people that do it, but for me, it's just like,
on Cody Rhodes. Cody's got nowhere to go here. Desperate times.
yeah, Cody's got no.
Gunther now wrestling Cody back toward the ring. Cody trying to somehow hang on here, but Gunther's got it locked in. Looks to me like Cody's managed to slip his chin in between the arm of the ring general, which maybe the only reason Rhodes is conscious at this point. But Gunther now just continuing to squeeze. This is agonizing on your jaw if you're Cody Rhodes.
I should just do live watch on TikTok, dude. Like this software I use, I think, I can post my TikTok. If you guys are on TikTok, I do have one. If you guys want to follow my TikTok for wrestling content, QR code is up on the screen right now. TikTok.com/Phoenix Wrestling, go follow it.
Grip of the ring general.
Oh, it doesn't? Nice. Might have to check that out.
And what a nightmare this would be for Rhodes.
No. QB1.
Rhodes gasping for air. Opening his eyes, perhaps.
Guys, if you are wondering where to find and stream Clash of Italy, you can watch the first hour on the ESPN channel on your cable, or where you can get ESPN at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can watch the rest of the show on the ESPN Unlimited plan. It's $30 a month. If you have it already, that's good. But if you don't have the ESPN Unlimited plan, it's $30 a month. So be sure to grab that if you want to continue watching the show.
I'm sure to an extent it is frustrating because Gunther has also spent the majority of his time in this matchup delivering offense. Yes, that will exhaust you, but Gunther still seems to have plenty left in the tank, whereas Cody Rhodes seems to be running on empty.
Need some water, hydrate here, y'all.
I wonder what's going through the mind of Gunther as Cody tries to recover. I think Gunther's simply surveying the situation right now. He approaches all of his offense with surgical precision. Gunther trying to solve the American Nightmare is taking a moment to look at the big picture. Man who spent weeks jockeying before signing this contract. In fact, had to beat Royce Keys.
I did pick up a figure yesterday against Cody Rhodes. Target. I picked up a figure for a friend of mine. And then I found Elite 125 Stephanie Buccaneer.
Trying to make fucking weight. Gunther declaring to Cody Rhodes.
A nice power player. Nice one to win the back for me. Stay tuned for the review of Stephanie Buccaneer 125 on this channel soon. And I appreciate everybody that tuned into the AEW Double or Nothing vlog that happened on my channel.
Rhodes trying to chop down the ring general.
You got those figures? Hell yeah. You made 50 today, and you're saying it's $4. Alright.
Ducks underneath. Whip for the Cody collar. And again, whip for the sleeper side. And let Cody with a sleeper on his own. Sleeper locked in now.
Hey, if it's paying good money, that's what's up.
Cody back to his feet.
Cody's got his adrenaline in his soul. No cutting. Close line by Cody.
Balance. Then you can hit withdraw, and then it goes right to your PayPal or whatever account you use to get paid.
Cody, here's the cover.
Cody cover 1, 2. Wait, huh? Cody beat Gunther. Yo, that was such a shitty finish, I'm not gonna lie. Gunther looked like he got his shoulder up, though.
The win belongs to the American freaking nightmare. But Gunther immediately began protesting. I'd love to get another look, perhaps a different angle. Referee Dan Angle was right there to make the call. Something obviously happened at the end of that match.
What the fuck?
Upset. Let's take a look at the closing moments of this one. Gunther tried on multiple occasions to avoid it.
Alright, so Cody went up the ropes. Cody cutter.
Which was the prelude to the crossroads. This is what I want to get a look at. Pay attention to the ring positioning of the ring general.
And Cody set him up to the crossroads in the middle of the ring.
Well, this is the angle we just saw, Corey.
Cody went to the
I can't tell decisively, but it looks like at the beginning of the count. Here's the other angle. Gunther's foot may have been under the bottom rope. Well, let's see if we can see it here. And
his foot may have been under the rope.
What's up with the bottom rope, which makes the official. You never should have started. You're right. And Dan Angler's his pummel's going to stay. But I personally don't believe
the
Angler should
official is the one that will stand the call.
I have to imagine that's
What the fuck? They fucked him in the ass.
But nonetheless, the referee's decision's final. Cody Rhodes is going to leave here tonight as the undisputed WWE champion.
It was okay. I mean, just that finish just kind of ruined it. Yeah, Cody.
No doubt about it. What a way to kick off class.
Alright, man, I'll have to look into that, bro. I appreciate that. That's cool.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw will be
Screwed.
tomorrow on Netflix. The Raw Superstars
Screwed.
here, including LA Knight. Remember the special start time, 2 o'clock. East Coast of the United States, 11 o'clock, 8 o'clock, local. Also here tonight, Montez Ford of the Street Profits party with a sellout crowd.
He was in a way. I agree with that 100%.
It wouldn't be a premium
Just the ref didn't see his foot underneath the bottom.
Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez enjoying the scenery here tonight.
Geese defend the title.
It is for the WWE Women's Championship. The champion, the Eradicator. Rhea
versus
Jade Cargill. A WrestleMania rematch. Live next.
Here we go.
I'm
sure she will.
What happens
I'm sure she will.
Expire.
Who would you want her to wrestle? Like, who would you want her to, you know, who would you want her to feud against?
Hey, man,
I want them to look dumb, man.
And
They're
without
not really
protection,
doing
even simple
dominating
repairs,
anything right now. At least for
for
right now, but
or don't get
that can
car
always
shielded.
change.
Maybe get your car an exorcism instead. Someone should help her.
Car Shield. Protection when it counts. Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the team. Today,
Anyway, do you guys prefer this for all live watch alongs? I mean, I'd rather wear a headset just because of the audio.
0% financing for 60 months on select 2026.
Bro, you should have seen me on my SmackDown Live watch along on Twitch. I was actually going for Chelsea to beat Nia Jax.
Nothing stops America. Nothing
Bro,
stops
trust me, I'm a Chelsea fan too, bro. I want her to be women's champion also.
Sometimes hell.
At least they have her for the women's,
Sometimes it's just a step away.
the United States
Because do
title.
it yourself,
Doesn't have to mean.
all by yourself.
What are you working on?
I got that Chelsea green shirt. Oh, the one you were telling me about, right? I'm just on Instagram right now when we are on commercial break.
That's some lucky dough. New casino player offer. Win up to
Boy, there you
1,000
go.
bonus spins today. The
See,
championship word is yacht more chicken? How many syllables? Yacht more chicken. Yacht more chicken. 4. Sound it out.
oh, your birthday's Sunday next week. Well, happy early birthday, dude. I'll wish you a happy early birthday before anybody else has.
Eat more chicken. Correct?
Where are my ultras?
Ultra's on this.
No problem, man.
Recently on ESPN, Southall's Elite are ready for showtime as generation
Got a lot of ads, man. This is what I hate about the ESPN deal that WWE has. Fucking so many ads, man.
It's more than a cowboy. It's the heaviest 35-pounders ever lifted.
The hard trophy to
If you go live over 2 hours, that's even better. And TikTok will say, congratulations, your watch time and your hours were really, really good.
Pay attention to it.
As a shift matters every series distinctness.
There
And longer you go live on TikTok, the better it would be for you to get paid and for your account.
It begins with 64 teams.
Western Conference, congrats to the Spurs.
College baseball.
I know some of my people that watch these videos watch the Spurs.
Your legacy. And become unforgettable.
You mean Twitch?
To the College World Series, it's something.
You mean Twitch, right? Or TikTok?
College World Series.
I mean, I go live on Twitch, and I am a Twitch affiliate for those of you that don't know. Like, I am a Twitch affiliate. I do somehow make some money.
I wonder what ESPN stands for.
The way I can make more is, TikTok.
Hey, Brian Kenny. Carl, you see this email? Marketing wants us in on a commercial together. It must be about how ESPN is now the home of
I really don't have a
MLB.TV,
big following on
games,
TikTok,
live on demand.
especially for JDX Wrestling. I mean, for my
All in one place. You know, it does feel kind of great.
I mean, on my main TikTok that I rarely use anymore, post content. I mean, all my content now.
Everybody that's on there
ESPN is now home of MLB.
that has an account mostly will see it. You don't need to have a lot of followers. And then if they don't follow you, they will follow you because of your live stream.
You'll be notified of merchandise drops before anyone else, and given your own
Your live stream.
exclusive merchandise like my
This
Never
year,
Seen
hopefully.
17 collection. Plus, you receive discounts on purchases. This
I'm
is
definitely going to
Saturday
Fanatics
Fan.
this year.
This is Club
lineup is pretty good.
WWE.
We are in the home of Alfa Romeo, Lancia, and Fiat. This is Turin, Italy, known as Torino.
On
The
ESPN.
locals, of course, in the
Turin,
shadow
Italy.
of the majestic Swiss Alps. Turin, Italy, hosting the
I'm not going.
live event in the history
I'm going to Power Morphicon.
And the match that will kick off things at the top of the hour on the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. Blue Ruler, Bugs Benny in a WrestleMania rematch where he beat Brock Lesnar. But tonight, Benny says he's going to kill the Beast. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a WrestleMania rematch as well. Rhea Ripley.
Rhea versus Jade. Let's go.
Women's Championship. These two clash live next at Clash in Italy.
You get lots of likes. Everybody is on there. They have an account mostly. See it. You don't need to have a lot of followers, and then they don't follow you. They will follow you because you are live. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to do some TikTok stuff. I'll try to hook up my streaming software to my TikTok, and I can go live from there. If that can help, if anyone does stuff on TikTok.
Welcome to.
You're going to Power Morphicon? That's pretty cool. Have fun out there, bro. Isn't it in Philly? It's gotta be in California or something like that. So let's see where this match leads to.
Shane Cargill is here.
Oh, it is. Gotcha.
Rhea Ripley found that out.
Kick.
In that clash in Italy, I was champion too. I'm never gonna run.
Every single week, come out here trying to throw around your dominance.
the detail that
She's probably going to, in my opinion. I think Rhea just won at WrestleMania back in April, so it's only been like 8 months. So
I am Jade Cargill. I am one of
Cargill has been the WWE champion.
when the match is done, you will be
you don't like Jade at all?
at your true.
I mean, I give you my honest opinion. I mean, I don't mind her at all, but I mean, do I think she has a lot of stuff that she has to work on? Yes, but
Is coming.
but you know.
Corey, I want to start things off by asking you if Jade Cargill has the psychological advantage heading into this matchup tonight, because in a 24-hour period just last weekend, Friday Night SmackDown and then Saturday night's main event, Cargill was able to deliver Jade not once but twice to Rhea Ripley, and also is the champion in a tag team matchup. To answer your question, absolutely yes, I do think Jade Cargill has a psychological advantage. Not to mention the confidence. Like Jade earlier today, and I asked her, what went wrong at WrestleMania? How do you stop it from happening again tonight? Jane looked me dead in the eye. She said, Rhea Ripley didn't beat me at WrestleMania. I beat myself. I got caught up in the pomp, the circumstance, and the bright lights of the biggest stage. That doesn't happen tonight. Jane says she hits Jade tonight and leaves Italy with the gold.
Just because they're in Italy.
The former champion. Even in defeat, I think most of the world would agree Jade Cargill put on a career-defining performance at WrestleMania, even though she came up short. If Cargill can shift her focus tonight, make a few small adjustments, we may have a new champion tonight.
Well, you may have a new champ, but I don't think so. It's too quick to decide.
This right here is what Cargill needs to be careful of. Dealing with the WWE fans. We've seen on numerous occasions Jade take her eye off the proverbial ball and pay for it.
Here comes Rhea. Well, Rhea, man. Well, that's the problem, because WWE does not want you to go by your real name. They don't want you to be known as your real name. So, she chose her name, to be honest.
For the first time in her career, Rhea Ripley in a matchup here in Italy, a country that she holds near and dear to her heart. Her grandpa and her grandma, who she is extremely close with, grew up here in northern Italy. Felicio, he and they would go to Australia, of course. Rhea Ripley was born to go on
Wrestlers that could go by another name in WWE once they make it big. But some are allowed to, if you sign a certain contract, you can't go by your name.
Unless she chooses to channel them toward her opponent.
This crowd's on fire for
Yes, we've seen, history has proven Rhea Ripley is almost impossible to bet against when the stakes are as high as they are tonight.
She's singing her theme song, which is so fucking awesome.
She is waiting for the moment to strike.
Let's go,
to upset Rhea Ripley and to turn the women's division upside down once again. Rhea Ripley, of course, beat Jade.
Rhea looks like he worked at Hot Topic.
Cargill is on a roll. We mentioned the win over Ripley in the tag match last week. Friday night on SmackDown.
Or a heavy metal girl band.
Delivered Jade to Bliss to a steel chair. That was a statement making absolutely sure that Jade has all of Rhea's attention.
You know, when she came to WWE, Blake Monroe, I was like, alright, I like the name though, to be fair.
check in with Alicia Taylor.
Yeah, she does.
The
But
following contest is
think about this: when you go to Hot Topic and you see all the WWE merch that they have now, who's like the #1 wrestler that sells a lot because of the store? Rhea Ripley. She sells a lot of merch at Hot Topic because of her appearance. She's you know, she's gone pretty much.
And her opponent from Adelaide.
Do you miss her original hair that she had?
She is the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
So let's talk about strategy in this matchup.
No,
First,
I don't miss her original hair that she had. I don't miss the blonde. I miss the fucking. I love the long hair.
Very careful that she doesn't overlook or underestimate Jade Cargill. Yes, Rhea was successful on the grandest stage of them all at WrestleMania, but Jade Cargill has obsessed about that night since it took place. It was to an extent.
I do not miss her blonde hair at all. I do not.
This is
I love
Jade's
the long hair that she has
opportunity to
now.
perceive wrong tonight in England.
Corey, for Jade Cargill, how do you quote write that perceived wrong?
Deliver the heavy artillery early and often. This could come down to the Riptide versus Jade.
This match didn't even take long because it's like 2:38.
First.
Should have some good, spots in it,
And a collar and elbow tie-up to start things off in this matchup for the WWE Women's Championship.
This is still somewhat unfamiliar territory for Rhea Ripley, not having the power advantage. Rhea has always had the strength advantage, usually the size advantage over most of her opponents. That's not the case with the bigger, stronger Jade Cargill.
Well, let's go, Mommy Chance, and over 12,000 here tonight in Italy. Let's take down the
here we go.
They're still in the collar and elbow tie-up. Ripley did find a way to offset the power advantage of Jade at WrestleMania.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Jade too, but I feel like, Rhea's got a better advantage in this match.
Jade taking high risk. She can push the pace of a matchup. That may give her the edge she needs to get past Cargill tonight. And there we go.
Cargill as she slams Ripley in the middle of the ring. Now a bit of a...
And this is, I can't agree with this. I understand this is Jade's prerogative.
Really, Jade is doing
Whoa!
Yeah, slap the bitch.
She just paid for it.
Jade's like, oh, I'm that
What?
bitch, I fucking...
Outside the ring, Rhea, let's go pick up the There's that two kick.
Damn.
Rhea feeding off this ground. Went for the cannonball. Jade able to intercept and then deliver a right hand.
Jade just stuffed that hook. Suicide dive attempt by Rhea Ripley.
Jade really wants it here.
Now with Ripley up on her shoulders and driving her into the apron. And it is so
Yeah.
hard to combat the power.
What I say? Slinging it.
On the jaw.
Damn.
That certainly rocked Rhea's world.
I never understand or what they're saying in the crowd when they chant it.
The ring to break the count. Cargill understands
Exactly.
count outs and disqualifications.
Here, this is for you, Jade.
So that the champion.
And that's something of a skill in and of itself. The ability to completely disregard and tune out the WWE Universe. That's what Cargill does. If anything, Cargill panders to their disdain, to their blues, and feeds off of them almost in reverse of how Rhea does.
Fall away.
They're chanting something in Italian. They're not chanting that.
Cargill now controlling Ripley.
They're chanting something in Italian. They're in Italy.
I like the pace of Cargill tonight, taking the time. Much more deliberate.
Ah! Rando, oh!
As much as Jade Cargill may not personally like Rhea Ripley.
Listen, I don't even know half the shit that they these international shows. I mean, I like to see the crowd, the atmosphere, but the way the crowd is, it's like, sorry, I can't,
And Jade talking trash.
And again, to your point earlier, it's not often that we see Ripley woman handled like she's been here tonight. This is an unfamiliar sight, and now Cargill just stomping away and using the long legs to her advantage. Complete disdain for the official. Notice how deliberate in all of her movements Jade Cargill has been to this juncture. No wasted motion, no wasted effort. Everything counts. And Ripley into the corner with authority. What a whip by Jade. And again, just showing off here. Why not? She's dominating the champion.
Freaking momentum.
Ripley in serious pain here. You saw her favoring her lower back.
There's a lot of people live on Twitch for Clash early. A lot of the big creators.
Cargill well to continue
even
on that area. Cover, snap suplex into the cover, and a kick out by Rhea. I like this pace of Cargill tonight. It's very smart, it's very deliberate, it's very methodical.
Come on, Rhea.
But it leaves minimal room for Jade Cargill to make mistakes.
Rhea.
Sometimes when you get in the ring, you get rocking and rolling, you get ahead of yourself. You make unforced errors. And that's what Cargill had to avoid tonight, and she's done so thus far. And Ripley showing some fight. Big uppercut by Cargill. Drops the champion again, and been a one-sided affair here in the early going. I'm honestly a little surprised at how one-sided it's been. Rhea Ripley has been essentially ineffective to this point. And Rhea with a kick. And now a chop. Trying to fight back into this. Another chop by the champion.
Come on, Rhea. Fight back, girl. Fight back.
Cargill reversal, and again sends Ripley back first into the turnbuckle.
Oh!
Jade just continuing to impose her will. Every rally that Ripley has had, Corey, has been snuffed out by Cargill. Decisively as well. Now another suplex delivered. Flips into the cover. And fall again. Then a kick out into the That's an example of where Jade Cargill is making mistakes. She didn't put the leg. It's been an arrogant cover. You're not going to beat Rhea Ripley like that. I don't care who you are. This is for the WWE Women's Championship. Currently held by Rhea Ripley. First defending Friday Night SmackDown as Ripley delivers body shots and then just ripped to the floor by Cargill. This has been one-sided so far. It's been pure dominance. Again, Rhea showing signs of fight. Oh, Cargill with the right hand stunts Ripley, and again the power of Jade. Maybe sooner crushed. Nobody home. If you're Rhea Ripley, you're firing off the best shots you can muster, and they're having little to no effect on the challenger, Jade Cargill. Cargill missed with the attempted elbow, and that may be a mistake because Cargill went shoulder first to the post, and now the champion has an opportunity to rally. Quickly with a couple of close clotheslines. Jade right under the chin. Face first. Missile drop kick to the back. Rhea beginning to rally. Rhea Ripley. What's the suplex? Giving chase to the outside. And now Rhea connects. And Ripley starting to feel it. And Rhea now climbing up top. Missiles one kick. It's the inside leg. Near fall. What seems to me as though Rhea finally realizing she's got to show the challenger something new, taking it high risk. Picture perfect missile drop kick from the top turnbuckle, but not enough to put away the storm. Now it's Rhea who cannot become frustrated. You saw her once again favoring the lower back. Does Rhea have enough left in the tank to muscle up Cargill? Yes, she does. Oh, no, she doesn't. Jade Cargill turns into a back body drop. And again, psychologically, that can destroy a both women down. Rhea was going for Razor's Edge, and Cargill was able to counter. But then a little this right here for the turning point in this match.
Come with me to see Death Becomes Her on Broadway. I'm wearing my Hayley Williams shirt because I just saw her sing, so that's unrelated, but I like the shirt.
This is, in fact, awesome. Champion and challenger, face to face. Unloaded the heavy artillery in the center of the ring.
Alternate angle footage of the Jade Spray incident is also inconclusive. Mother cut the camera because he couldn't see anything.
Rhea Ripley able to duck underneath the drop kick, sidestep by Jade. Jade went for the running knee. Headbutt by Ripley. And Jade might be out of her feet. And Rhea now in position for Riptide, but Jade fights out of it. Credit to Cargill, who clearly did her homework. She's had multiple counters ready for just about everything. Kick again. And now it's Cargill with a shot. So this time we'll look out in Rhea's favor. Again, back. The modified Razor's Edge delivered that time to Cargill. By Ripley. Cover now. Put the leg. Kicked out by Cargill at 2. Ripley to hit all of that Razor's Edge. Certainly not with maximum impact. Which may be the only reason Cargill is still in this matchup. And Rhea Ripley feeling the effects of this battle of physical exhaustion on the face of Ripley and Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship.
At this point, they're probably developed. At this point.
Cargill back to her feet, Ripley as well. Rhea now. Wow. Electric chair position. Jade, though, trying to hang on to the top rope here and fight her way out of this. Jade trying to pull Rhea over the top. And oh no, Rhea's hard. The lower back. The lower How the hell is Ripley standing? I have absolutely no earthly idea. Cover by kick out. The same question. How is Rhea still in this fight? Did you see her back in the apron as she came over the top? I thought that was it for Ripley. That makes 2 of us. With Ripley beating off the adrenaline and the will to defend her WWE Women's Championship. Here we go. And now Jade Cargill able to counter. And Jade now looking for Jade and Ripley able to slip underneath. What a counter by the #1 contender. You don't have to like her, but damn it, put some respect on Cargill's name. And here's the cover on Cargill. We are watching the maturation process of Jade Cargill in real time tonight. We are seeing before our very eyes Jade Cargill become who she has told us she's been since she arrived. And the critics be damned, Cargill could be closing in on the WWE Championship. Jade now with Rhea up. Rhea, though, lands on her feet. Bring the back him out. Cargill into the corner. Nobody home. Ripley now misses wildly. Jade Cargill. Sit out powerbomb for the win. Ripley's going to kick it 2 again. Another near fall. And this frustration starting to set in. It definitely is, and that's exactly what Cargill needs to avoid after a blue thunder bomb. Failed to put Ripley away. Jade needs to figure out how to keep her foot on the gas pedal. She is this close to the finish line.
Can you believe that shit?
An incredible atmosphere here tonight in Italy. Sold out crowd and out the arena. Jay Thornhill could be closing in on our second.